Now, what more could you ask for? AA hoops from dusk until dark. Thank you guys, a wonderful game here at a snowy Dallas Stadium, because this late in the postseason, many teams can live and die on the three. On today's show, we talk with Grizz head coach Mick Delaney and senior linebacker Jordan Tripp as they prepare for the Brawl of the Wild with the Montana State Bobcats. But first, we take a look back at the Grizz win over Weber State. We all saw what he could do in high school, and last night, Capital grad Matt Miller introduced himself to the nation as his Boise State Broncos squared off against the Georgia Bulldogs. With every home run swing or every fastball strikeout, the conversation often turns to steroids, and with the recent suspensions because of a link to biogenesis, it leaves minor league ball players realizing many of the major leaguers they looked up to as kids have cheated.
It's very frustrating. I mean, it's like they have no respect for the game.
For many players in the minor league system today, steroids are something they were well aware of as kids, but many aren't aware of how things like hormones, blood pressure, or even liver functioning can be affected when the drugs are abused.
You know, that's one thing that they don't quite put two and two together. They see the short-term gains, but they don't see how this can affect them kind of further down the line.
The long-term dangers of anabolic steroids and other PEDs are what clubs try to teach their young players. However, it is hard to deny their short-term impact.
Just a little bit more edge, putting something in your body, and the ball's going 20 feet further just makes a difference. I mean, those guys, you could tell how huge they were.
For this year's Diamondbacks rookie class, their education on Major League Baseball's banned substances began quickly.
We had a couple meetings about that as soon as we got onto the Diamondbacks complex.
Banned substances can be found in supplements sold at grocery stores and gyms across the country. So to make things easier on the athletes, they're told to only use products that are certified by NSF for Sport, an application they can download to their PC or smartphone.
We have a running joke with the team, if we see somebody eating a turkey sandwich, we ask them if it's NSF approved, I've had a bunch of guys come up to me and ask me if, hey, is this stuff okay? And that's when you know that what we're doing was working, because they're thinking about it and they're making sure that what they're doing is right.
While the road to the majors is a difficult one for any young ball player, many of them truly respect baseball and are confident the integrity of the game still exists.
The guys that do respect the game and do care about it, they do it the right way.
While doing the right thing may be enough for some players, the training and strength staff hopes the realization of the dangers of performance-enhancing drug use is enough to keep everyone clean.
Who wants to die at 60 or even 50, 40, whatever, because so they can make 25, what's 30 million when you're dead?
10 at 10 starts now.
Welcome to the 10 at 10. I'm Dominic Shelden. We talk Brawl of the Wild because in tomorrow's game, there are far-reaching implications, not just in pride, but in long-term legacy and in playoff hopes. They've been the undisputed top team in the state, well, really from day one. A cold and bitter night, perfect for championship football. First quarter, we go third and long for the Wolfpack. They pull out the hook and the ladder. Logan Jones gets the big gainer down the sideline. And after forcing a punt, Glacier with the ball, but not for long. Another interception, that one by Grant Collins going the other way. In the second half, Wire again drops back, has plenty of time, finds his buddy Will Disley wide open in the end zone. Hawks go up 21-0. But Glacier would get a big touchdown late in the half. McChesney to Jones. Jones breaks a tackle or two, then takes it to the house, 21-7 at that point. But the Bozeman Hawks are 2013 state champs, winning 24-14. Maddie Murray can be seen out on the courts for the Grizz tennis team. But when practice is done, she often turns to music. After years of playing piano and tennis, eventually she had to make a choice between the two.
I was trying to practice 3 hours a day on the piano, play tennis 3 hours a day, do school at least 8 hours a day, and that doesn't leave enough hours in the day for me to survive.
When the time came to pick a college, the Texas native quickly developed a bond over music with her soon-to-be head coach.
I mean, I'm always interested in kids that, in people that perform or play a musical instrument, because I think that kind of discipline translates over well for athletics.
Because in some ways it's like our sport in that you just have to practice it over and over again, and you just have to really focus on it, and he also goes to his guitar to get away from things.
Being behind the piano has become an escape from life's daily stresses for Maddie, something that's become very important.
I never get to go home, and so when I do come here, it's like I am home. And I even called my mom the other day and had her listen to one of my songs that I was playing, and she helped me with certain measures, and it's really great.
An applied math major, Murray isn't able to play piano as much as she'd like, but last year she was able to perform in front of the community and other athletes for the Grizz Got Talent show.
They were all really surprised because they had no idea, because I mean, it's not like I would talk about it, and so it was pretty funny to hear like what they said after I got done playing the piano.
Unbelievable, and I heard it was just a fantastic piece, and she's playing 2 pieces this year at the Grizz Got Talent on Tuesday night, and excited to see her live.
While last year was a good experience for all involved, this year things could get a little more heated between the contestants.
This year there is a trophy to be won, so it will get a little more competitive because, as you know, athletes are ridiculously competitive, and so I can imagine it's going to be pretty interesting.
While she hopes to be in contention for that trophy, Murray says seeing the other athletes compete in the event is half the fun.
Because we see them like in our everyday lives, and we see them doing their athlete thing, but then to see them doing something totally different that we didn't even know they did in the first place, it's crazy.
In Missoula, Dominic Shelden, ABC Fox Montana Sports.